Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. Welcome to Extra Crispy. So, we got the first fan returns for the 2020 NBA All-Star Game. And let me just say, man, I went through this bullshit last year too, bro. And you get some crazy stuff going on here, man. You get some crazy stuff when you let the fans have 1,000,000,000% control over the fan vote and stuff like that, which is why it's not 100% of the reasoning a player gets elected to an all-star game. We're going to go through all these and see which ones make sense and which ones are a little, you know, man, capping out there pretty much. So we got the Western Conference front court, number one vote getter with 1,028,551 votes. LeBron James, no issue with that. Number two being Anthony Davis. I feel like that's completely fine when it comes to superstar players. Those are two of the best. You got Kawhi Leonard, you got Paul George right there too, man. It's actually kind of crazy that Paul George only has 280,000 votes compared to these other three right here. Just because I still think he's one of the biggest names in the NBA. Karl Anthony Towns playing like the best center in the entire league. He's killing it. Kristaps Porzingis. I mean, the way the Dallas Mavericks have been playing, sure. Kristaps Porzingis right there is pretty nice. You got Nikola Jokic. And then you got Carmelo Anthony, man. I love what Melo's doing. I'm all for him making the All-Star game. That'd be really cool. But let's be honest. Has he been better than Brandon Ingram? Like, has he been better than Brandon Ingram? I would say, no, he's not been better than Brandon Ingram. But regardless, Ingram is still on the list, which is pretty cool. Out of all this, of course, you got Dwight Howard at number 10 right there too, man. So, yeah, for some reason, the NBA fan vote thinks that it's 2008 again. But, hey, it's all good. Because obviously all these guys aren't going to make it. Like, I doubt we see Melo or Dwight Howard actually make the All-Star team. Now, it would be kind of cool, though, man, regardless, just, you know, as my old head boomer mindset is, it's like, yo, Dwight Howard, I just remember when he was great and everything like that. But yeah, that's the front court for the Western Conference. We get to the guards. You got the number one vote, Luka Doncic. That's cool. No issues with that whatsoever. He's been playing like an absolute MVP, absolute stud for the Dallas Mavericks. You got James Harden. It's crazy the difference in votes between Luka and James. And I don't know if that's just like fans, you know, yeah, of course you respect James Harden, you're going to vote for him. But also, you know, Luka has other parts of the world that are heavily behind him too. Because there was another player, it might have been Jeremy Lin, somebody like that. I don't remember exactly, but over the past few years would always get these crazy amount of votes just because they were popular in other parts of the world and stuff. You got Damian Lillard. You still got Steph Curry. Like, Steph Curry's not even playing, man. He got a broken hand. Let's be honest. Like, you put him out there, man, with a broken hand, he probably still makes some 3 points. But regardless, why is Stephen Curry over the likes of Russell Westbrook? You know what I'm saying? Or even John Morant. Why do we got people voting for a man that's probably out for the entire season, if not until the end of the year? The dude's not going to be here for the All-Star break. And with that being said, he don't even deserve to get recognized this season as an All-Star. Because he hasn't played at all, man. Because it's not who are the All-Stars of the NBA. It's who are the 2020 All-Stars of the NBA. Guys that have been playing this season. And I'm sorry, like, Curry is cool. Of course, obviously, he'd be starting out there with probably Luka and James Harden. That'd actually be kind of a debate to have. Yeah, but, wow, that's, wow. I actually wish Curry was back so we could actually, damn. Yeah, who do you actually start? I don't really know, man. Maybe Steph Curry would be coming off the bench. But regardless, it's like, it's just disrespectful to some of the other guys on the list, right? You got Russell Westbrook. Yeah, his numbers are down, but I feel like, you know, it's just because obviously he's not the number one option anymore playing with James Harden, who shoots like freaking 20 billion times a game. You got D'Angelo Russell. That's capping a bit. I would definitely take Donovan Mitchell over D'Lo right now. D'Lo's been having a lot of injury issues, and plain and simple, you know, the Golden State Warriors are not a good team. Worst team in the Western Conference right now. A lot of that is because Curry and Clay's out. But yeah, regardless, I don't think D'Lo really deserves to be an All-Star this season. Like, last year was great because what he was doing for the Brooklyn Nets was phenomenal. But yeah, Donovan Mitchell's cool. You got Alex Caruso. I was hoping the meme would have been left back in 2019, but no, Alex Caruso is clearly the new Brian Scalabrine of the NBA. So yeah, good troll right there. Man, we got some comedians out here, guys. Then, of course, we got Devin Booker and John Morant. Both guys, I think, could, you know, John Morant is a rookie. Rarely do you see rookies make the All-Star team. And I would say if the Grizzlies had a bit more success in the win column, you could probably make the case. It's cool he's getting votes. He'll definitely be a future All-Star, no doubt. But, yeah, you probably will not see it this season. And then for the Eastern Conference front court, we got Giannis Antetokounmpo, the leading... damn, Luka is just pulling out Giannis. Damn, by minimal votes. Look how close that is. That's crazy. And then you got Joel Embiid. Yeah, 76ers a good team. Pascal Siakam, no doubt, deserves to be an all-star this season. Jimmy Butler, Jason Tatum. Then we got, Tacko Fall. It's because this is the difference, man. Like, Caruso being voted at number 8. I'm like, okay, that's fine. You're towards the tail end of the list. It's all fun and games. But the fact that Tacko Fall is at number 6 over Bam Adebayo, who I think, is kind of tied right there with Devontae Graham for most improved player. Gordon Hayward, Andre Drummond. As a Piston fan, I don't think any of our players, maybe Derrick Rose, deserve to be an all-star. They got Sabonis, who's been great for the Indiana Pacers. But yeah, Tacko Fall, it's like, I'd be all for it if he was listed as number 9, number 10. But the fact he's over some of these players, straight up disrespectful. Not saying Caruso over Devin Booker and John Morant's not disrespectful, but I get it. I get the joke of it. So yeah, Tacko Fall, bro, come on, man. He's gonna be a beast. I really think he's gonna have a solid NBA career. Now, as far as making an all-star team, well, let's see him play, a good rotation in the NBA. For the guards, you got Trae Young. Yeah, the Hawks, one of the worst teams in the NBA, but what Trae Young's doing this season, which is kind of like an interesting argument to be had. Does a guy like a Trae Young deserve it over like a Kemba Walker, who doesn't put up crazy Trae Young numbers? But maybe a big part of why Trae Young's numbers are so crazy is because his team's not winning a lot of games, so he can kind of focus more on his own stats. Like, it almost seems like when it comes to the All-Star game, we do put stats over W's, but, Trae Young's fun to watch. I wouldn't have any complaints with him starting at point guard. I just think that Kemba Walker deserves a lot more. Then, of course, you got Kyrie Irving. Kyrie obviously getting voted in based off his fandom of the NBA. A lot of Kyrie fans out there, but Kyrie's been having a lot of injuries himself this season. Much as attuned to Stephen Curry. It's like when Kyrie does play, yeah, one of the best point guards in the NBA. But does he really deserve it right now? I think there's might be a few guys out there that probably deserve it this season, at least over Kyrie Irving. You got Kemba Walker doing great things for the Boston Celtics. You got Derrick Rose, per 36 numbers. It's actually better than his MVP season. Now, per 36 is kind of a stupid stat line because that's assuming that guys are putting up stats for stuff they haven't actually done out there. It's like a lot of it comes down to efficiency and being able to do it for a full game. So yeah, per 36, the per 36 numbers show that Tacko Fall averages 97 points a game or something like that. So yeah, but still, Derrick Rose, big time story, fan favorite. I'd love D-Rose me on the All-Star team. And I actually, at this point, man, as much as I love what he's doing for the Pistons, I would like to see him get traded because I think he deserves better. Zach LaVine, been crazy for the Chicago Bulls. And you got Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons not really playing as great as we all thought. I really feel like if he would have took the next step this season, he probably would have been top 2 voted in for guards. Jaylen Brown. I feel like Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum both deserve to get in there. But then you're talking about 3 Boston Celtics making it because if obviously Kemba Walker's going to. So out of all 3 of those guys, I would probably see Tatum and Kemba getting over Jaylen. But Jaylen definitely playing deserving. Kyle Lowry having a good season when he plays. Bradley Beal, and this is what I don't get, is that Bradley Beal, in my opinion, is the best shooting guard in the Eastern Conference. But he's on a bad team. But then why is Trae Young getting voted as number 1 if he's playing like a great point guard, but he's on a bad team too? It's like, why is Bradley Beal not higher up on this list? And then finally, Spencer Dinwiddie, who he might actually win most improved player. I don't know, man. It's gonna be an insane battle for that right there. But regardless, the fan voting, guys, the fan voting. Okay, so if I had to pick, let me pick my starting 5 from each conference. This is gonna be tough. I think I'm going to have to go with 3 front court players and 2 guard players. So I think at point guard, I would have Luka Doncic. There's just no way you vote, you don't keep this guy out of the starting 5. He's going to be in the running for MVP. I think at the 2 spot, you got to go with James Harden. Come on. It's just those that should be the guard. Now the front court, this is actually where it gets a bit more interesting. Because I like the Clippers. I think the Clippers, to me, I have them win the championship. I could totally see the Lakers winning it, so don't get too pissy at me right there. But I would have AD, I would have LeBron James. My big hang-up is, do I want to pay respect to Karl-Anthony Towns as playing as the best center in the NBA and actually start him over Kawhi Leonard? And that's not saying Cat's better than Kawhi. But let's be honest, Paul George and Kawhi Leonard have been load managing Paul George had injury issues. Kawhi Leonard doesn't play every single game, so it's like, do I want to reward Cat for playing, a ton of games this season? And then you're looking at Luka, James, LeBron, AD at the 4, and then Karl Anthony Towns at the 5. And then guys are actually playing, for the most part, outside of LeBron James, like positions that have actually been playing. Or do I want to go with Luka, James Harden, that is, LeBron, Kawhi, and AD? I feel like either one of those ways you could probably go. I have a feeling it would obviously be, because look at the votes, guys. Like, the votes, no doubt, would be Kawhi Leonard starting. But I do think Cat deserves some recognition. But no, I would probably have to go with Kawhi, just, And then for the Eastern Conference, oh, man. Me personally, this is going to be an interesting one, guys. I would probably go Kemba Walker at point guard. And look at the votes. It's like, there's not like a lot separating like Kemba between Trey and Kyrie. I'd probably go Kemba Walker. Jimmy Butler at the 2. He deserves to make an all-star team and start, I would say. Giannis at the 3. Siakam at the 4. And then Joel Embiid at the 5. That sounds fair to me. I know Kyrie and Trae Young fans are probably going to come at me with that, but no, I think 4 front court players, because Jimmy can play the 2 spot just fine, and then 1 point guard sounds about right, guys. But yeah, man, that's just based off what we see right now. It might change in the future. Of course, I have Alex Caruso and Tacko fall off the bench. But no, man, give me your starting 5s for each comments in the comment section below. That's all I got, and peace out, guys.